And now let's speak to the South African Democratic Teachers Union, who are calling on the Minister of Basic Education to be given an ultimatum to either implement the BELA Act or face the chop. Union spokesperson Nomusa Cembi is with us now for more on that. Nomusa, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time this evening. The President deferring the implementation of clauses 4 and 5 for further consultation, I suppose, in the next 3 months. Do you think it's a cop-out position, having had 10 years of consultation on this bill?
Good evening, Thabo, and good evening to your viewers. We're very much disappointed that the President chose to delay the process of inputting clauses 4 and 5, delayed this for 3 months. We are very much disappointed because it is these laws, it is these clauses that we believe are the main causes that will ensure or bring equity into our education system. We hope that after those 3 months, we are going to see these clauses coming back as they are, because we believe that these clauses will bring equity, and we believe that these clauses are legal, and because they came as a result of several of constitutional and of constitutional courts decisions that school governing bodies cannot use language as admission policy, and they should look into the context of what is happening in communities around. So what these clauses are basically doing is to make those constitutional court rulings, make them to be legal, so that we see that every learner is, or the right of a learner to education is protected, and every learner can access schooling everywhere or wherever they want in the country.
What do you make of your counterparts in the labor space who are Solidarity, who are saying, no, these clauses 4 and 5 are literally a power grab, and if these are implemented in such a way, single medium African schools will cease to exist?
I think they're a bit alarmist. There's no way this BELA bill is not this BELA Act, if I can put it that it's now an act. It's not out to bring to an end or to eliminate any language. In fact, at the end of the day, it will strengthen languages, especially those languages that are not popular or our indigenous languages. So it is unfair for them to say it's out to kill. It's alarmist, in fact. There's no way in the legislation that says the law is out to do that.
So what do you think then that this deferral is going to achieve? If, again, you are saying 3 months from now, you would want the clauses to be implemented as they are. I hear the Premier of Gauteng also saying any further dilution will make the act and the intention of the act meaningless.
Yes, I do agree with the Premier on that matter. Really, we do not, as I said earlier on, we believe that these clauses are legal. They comply with our constitution, judging by the decisions that have been taken by the Constitutional Court on the issue of the powers of school governing bodies and the oversight role of HODs. It is those Constitutional Court rulings that stipulated that heads of department should have an oversight, or the Department of Basic Education should have an oversight on issues regarding admissions policies and language policy.
Yeah. So some are calling for a change, for example, in the admissions policy to give priority to educational districts and the demographics that exist in those particular districts in terms of the admissions policy and the language policy of those schools?
Yes, these clauses. The clause says that when looking at admission policies and language policies, you must look at the demographics. You must look at what is happening in your area. See what languages are being spoken in that area. So the HOD should when the HOD approves or that policy, the HOD has got to look at what is happening in the area. So we believe that is correct.
Yeah.
It should be done because South Africa is changing rapidly, and some schools are holding on to old models that do not speak to what is happening in their areas. And we believe that it is correct for the HODs to have an oversight role so that they can look at all those things.
And then what then must happen to those who might be a minority representation in that district, but I suppose would prefer to be instructed in a particular language, in this case being Afrikaans? So if you have a 14%, for example, Afrikaner demographic in that particular educational district, they feel that they would be then disadvantaged by that position.
The schools will have to look at getting more teachers to look into that, to cater for those learners. So we believe that as the Act is being passed, we should also look at the Act also putting aside, or the department putting aside resources to cater for such instances, because it would be unfair that learners lose the language that they were taught in. So the SGBs as well as the department should look at those, because we are going to encounter this, but they should put resources aside to cater for such instances.
Yeah. The minister is sincere in her assertion that she remains committed to working with all stakeholders of the basic education sector to ensure delivery of the mandate given by South Africans.
Yes, she has said that, but her absence during the signing ceremony has put doubts that she will really implement this the BELA Act. We were very much disappointed and very much angered that she was not there. It says she's looking down upon we know her party is against wants the BELA bill to be reviewed. In fact, it's one of the first few things she mentioned when she first took over, that she would like, she would speak to the president to have the BELA bill reviewed. And we protested against that. We said we asked the president to sign the BELA bill. So we really doubt that she's going to implement. And if she continues like that, it cannot be that she swore when she took office. She swore to serve the country, and we believe that the BELA bill it has the interest of this country. It was passed by the majority in the National Assembly. So she cannot look down upon it when after such a long process of consultations, and at the end of the day, the majority in Parliament voted for it to be passed.
Yeah.
So she cannot be having her party dictating to her and also the president dictating to her. She must choose. The ball is in her court. She must choose whom she wants to serve, because what she did on Friday showed that she's not serving the president or the country.
So what do you think should happen in that department with the actions of the president if it's clear that there will be no political will for the legislation to be rolled out? Do you think it will be rolled out successfully without the existence of that political will?
A political leader is supposed to take the lead. Yes, we understand there are directors general who are there to do the day-to-day. But if she chooses or not to show willingness to do, it will be difficult for the directors general to do justice if she doesn't show, she doesn't take the lead. So we sincerely hope that really she decides, makes up her mind if she wants to be serving the department or the country, or to be serving her political party.
Nomusa Cembi, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much for coming on this evening. Media officer for the South African Democratic Teachers Union there on the actions of the Minister of Basic Education, but also on the deferment or deferral of the immediate implementation of clauses 4 and 5 by another 3 months for further consultations, as per the report coming from the presidency after signing the bill, now an act of Parliament.